Yo, 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 what it do? What it do? It's your boy Big Val Opinion, and I'm back with another live video, man. Adult Talk Part 5. Accountability, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. But most importantly, if you don't do nothing else, sub to the channel. But I need for you to do all three. You feel me? What up, Dana J? What's going on, big bro? What's up? What's up? Oh yeah, man. We got a good topic this morning. And guess what? I got off of work. I'm in a good mood. We're gonna talk. We talk about it. We're gonna listen to got Brother Farrakhan. Man, Brother Farrakhan, man, look, man, bro. All this what we've seen, everything that we're seeing in the media, everything that's going on throughout the media, especially right now, the times that we're in right now in this country, accountability is one of the most important things. Derek, what's going on, Derek? Man, you got Derek in here this morning early? Oh, man. Oh, man. Man. Let me look outside right quick. I don't know if you guys heard. I'm quite sure people that heard the Honorable Minister Farrakhan came out and spoke. Farrakhan say, y'all want to meet with somebody? How about y'all sit down and have a meeting with me? You know what I'm saying? I ain't tied to y'all contracts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't pay me. Farrakhan say, sit down and have a meeting with me. But y'all know what's going on this morning, man. Accountability, man. We got to hold each other accountable. If we don't do nothing else, we have to hold each other accountable. But in order for us to hold each other accountable, we must first take accountability for our own actions. How many of us are willing to take accountability for our own actions? You know what I'm saying? That's the first step. The first step, self-accountability. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man. Hope everybody having a blessed Friday. We got a little rain here. In the state, in Texas, but guess what? It is what it is. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Farrakhan spoke volumes, man. Farrakhan spoke volumes, and I think our people need to hear that, man. Our people need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to come up from under that rock, man. We're gonna have to come from under that rock, and guess what? It's gonna get uncomfortable. But hey, that's the only way we're gonna get comfortable in this country. Is for us to get uncomfortable first. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to make some changes, we're gonna have to make some sacrifices. And I ain't talking about just one individual person. We're gonna have to make sacrifices as a culture, as a race, a group of people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's happening. Whether people want to accept it, people want to believe it, but it's happening. We've seen these type of things take actions. We've seen these type of actions take place in the past, and they come to pass. People make a stance. We've seen guys, ladies make stance in the past, and those things just go away. But I think what we're in right now, I just don't think that this whole little anti-Semitic culture, I don't think this is just going to die out. I don't think this is just going to go away, because what they're doing is they're showing their action. These people are showing their actions by the way that they are treating, Kanye, or the way they're treating Kyrie. These people are showing their true colors, and people are seeing it now. And for our people, this is one of the greatest. This could be one of the biggest moments in history, because we are seeing, what we are seeing firsthand, what a lot of our ancestors had to go through. You know what I'm saying? But I understand some people don't want it. Some people so comfortable. Some people, they it's for the love of money. Be quiet. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I understand. It is what it is, though. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going, man. 6 steps to accountability. 6 steps to accountability. Step number 1 is self-honesty. Self-honesty. You have to keep it real with yourself. If you can't be real to yourself, ain't no sense of you trying to convince anybody else. Ain't no sense of you even trying to. Ain't no sense of even trying to convince someone else if you can't be honest with yourself. If you'll sit here and lie to yourself, you'll lie to anybody. You'll lie to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's just what that is. Self-honesty, man. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves, because a lot of this shit, when we talk about accountability, it starts with you, the individual person. So if you are not accountable enough to hold yourself honest when it comes to anything that you do, then hey, ain't no sense of you going out here trying to promote or convince anyone else to do the same. You know what I'm saying? So step 1 is self-honesty. Keep it real with yourself no matter what. Ain't that what the song say? Step number 2, value others. That means, look, like we do on this platform, it's big vowel opinion, but guess what? Everybody's opinion matters over here. Everybody with a voice matter over here. When people come on this platform, I want them to be able to speak and be heard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to come to this platform and feel like they can't talk, feel like they can't express how they feel, because guess what? Everybody's opinion matter. Everybody's opinion matter when it comes to this platform that I have. So value others, man. Treat everybody just like you would want someone to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Understand that people come in our life for seasons. People come in our life for reasons. You know what I'm saying? So let's value our friendships. Let's value our family that we do have. Let's value the things in life that's important. Let's value our kids. You know what I'm saying? Let's value our education. Let's value our knowledge. Let's value our history. You know what I'm saying? Keep records. You know what I'm saying? Hey, a person that keeps records is what? Very well attacked. You know what I'm saying? You always ready. You keep records, you always ready. That means you ain't gonna have to go get ready when the time comes. You will already be ready, because guess what? You kept them records. Step number 4, take responsibility. No matter what. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. If you do something to rub somebody the wrong way, accept the kind of responsibility for it. You know what I'm saying? You forgot to pay something on time, accept responsibility for it. You late to work, accept responsibility. You know what I'm saying? We all, as humans, we all have, had our shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Your shortcomings feel much better when you accept that. Look, I was late. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You forgot to pay this on time. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to do this. You know what I'm saying? Responsibility is one of the biggest things I was taught as a kid. You know what I'm saying? You got to be responsible. You be responsible for yourself. How could I be responsible how could I tell my children to be responsible if I'm not a responsible adult? They watch me. They look up to me. So if I'm not a responsible adult, guess what? My children are not going to be responsible. You know what I'm saying? Monkey see, monkey do, right? I can say that, I guess. I don't mean no harm, but I'm just saying. Our children watch us, so they watching us being irresponsible, guess what? 9 times out of 10, our children going to be irresponsible. But if they watch you be responsible, always doing the right thing, always doing things on time, always on time, never late. Guess what? You create a habit. Once you create that habit passed down to that child. Not saying it's guaranteed, but sometimes that's how it works. Do the right thing. Even when people not looking. We always hear that, right? Do the right thing, even when people not looking. You know what I'm saying? That's like you gotta do the right thing, even when people not looking. That's when you can honestly say to yourself, you know, that's when you will honestly know if you trust yourself or what type of person you are. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us have done things because we thought wasn't nobody looking, right? And then somebody come and bump into you, be like, I saw that. Then you be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So do the right thing, meaning as in do the right thing even when others aren't looking. You know what I'm saying? We got to be willing to do the right thing even when others aren't looking. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Step number 6 to accountability is act promptly with care. I mean, saying, move with enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you need to be done, get it done. Stop putting things off until tomorrow. Stop feeling like we have time. You know what I'm saying? We have no time to waste. As we see the way the world is going right now, every day, every second, every minute should be cherished of doing something positive. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop waiting until tomorrow. Let's start waiting until next month. Let's start waiting until when it get back hot again. You know what I'm saying? Let's start acting right now. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop delaying things because guess what? God ain't going to delay our blessings. But guess what? You can delay your blessing. You can delay your blessing by not doing what you're supposed to do because you feel as though you got time. No, you don't have time. We have to change that mindset. We have to change that mind frame of thinking that we have time because we don't have time. So let's stop waiting until tomorrow, waiting until next week, waiting until next month, waiting until the summertime. Because guess what? The time is right now. It's time for you to do what you're supposed to do right now. So what I just read is 6 steps to accountability. Self-honesty, value others, keep records, take responsibility, do the right thing, act promptly with care. These are six steps to accountability that we all can take and put into our mindsets and help us in areas that we may need help in. Because none of us are perfect. I'll be the first to say I'm not a perfect human being. I'm not the perfect individual, but guess what? I strive every day to be better than I was yesterday. Each and every day, my goal is to be better than I was yesterday. So I self-evaluate. That's another thing. Accountability, self-evaluate every day. Ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, give yourself something that you want to accomplish. And at the end of the day, ask yourself, did you accomplish what you set out to do? Or did you get close to accomplishing what you set out to do? That's all we have to do. That's it. Every day we should set accomplishments. We should set something out that we look to do or we look to get done. That paperwork that you've been putting off to the side, them clothes that you've been not wanting to fold up, you know what I'm saying? That food in the refrigerator you've been wanting to cook. It's time. The time is here. All right, there you have it. 6 steps to accountability.
because he did something for simple. You will too. Life is bigger than paper with a white man's image on it. Life is bigger than a nice house and a nice car, a lot of bling bling. Life is
to make you, who are in the good graces of them, so you think.
is to make you.
You see what we just did? Ye lost $2 billion in a few days. You might wonder, did he really have it? He lost that much that soon? You know when you sign the contract with him. I'm in the contract, but you do. So evidently, Adidas and all the companies that Brother Kanye is signed to or was signed to, until Mr. Ari Emanuel told everybody just drop him. Beloved brothers and sisters, look, your day is soon coming. I'm asking you stop beating each other up in the public. Stop doing that. But of course, that's what the master wants us to do. There's a slave here that's getting out of place, and teach him a lesson.
Hold on.
Beat him up. I'm saying to you, don't do that. Call your brother. Come and sit down with us. I understand that Brother Shaquille O'Neal put it up in his theater. Go see it. You don't want to read Secret Relationship with Blacks and News that we finance, we research. And you told me when we sat down. We had dinner together in the home of a Jewish rabbi. I went, others went. I brought some of my people. There were 2 rabbis.
Now, this part, this right here, what he's about to talk about. The rabbi is the guy that we seen that that the video is floating around of LeBron James, the guy that LeBron James is holding hands with at this supposed to be wedding or whatever. Farrakhan is about to speak on a situation when he met with this rabbi guy and what they asked him to do.
We had dinner together in the home of a Jewish rabbi. I went. Others went. I brought some of my people. There were two rabbis. There was Irv Kupcinet, great reporter for the Chicago Sun-Times. And after we had a beautiful dinner together, we looked like we were going to be on a page together where the controversy could stop. But the rabbi said to me, this love fest that is near the end of the dinner. But then he reached in his pocket and pulled out an envelope and said, but this is tough love. We want something from you. And they said, Minister, we have to watch you over a protracted time to make sure that you've changed. Then we had just put out the first volume, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. And you all told me, we want you to renounce this book because it's a great calumny against the Jewish people. You said that to me. You said to me, nobody that is deemed an enemy to the Jewish people is ever written history. You know you control much of the publishing industry. So if you write the books, your people are heavily placed in the media. So when you all get ready to dog us out, you call those in that you pay. Then you told me that if I did all the things that you
Now, if you're listening right now, and I'm gonna go back a little bit, and Farrakhan is gonna tell you about the dinner he had with the Jewish rabbi and how they came to him with with an ultimatum about a book that he had put out. And it's gonna sound just like the same thing we'll hear with Kyrie Irving.
and sit down with us. Tell us about this movie. I understand that Brother Shaquille O'Neal put it up in his theater. Go see it. You don't want to read Secret Relationship with Blacks and Jews that we financed, we researched. And you told me when we sat down. We had dinner together in the home of the Jewish rabbi. I went, others went. I brought some of my people. And there were two rabbis. There was Irv Kupcinet, great reporter for the Chicago Sun-Times. And after we had a beautiful dinner together, we looked like we were going to be on a page together where the controversy could stop. The rabbi said to me, this is love fest. But then he reached in his pocket and pulled out an envelope and said, but this is tough love. We want something from you. And they said, Minister, we have to watch you over a protracted time to make sure that you've changed. Then we had just put out the first volume of The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. And you all told me, we want you to renounce this book. Because it's a great calumny against the Jewish people. You said that to me. You said to me, nobody that is deemed an enemy to the Jewish people is ever written of well in history. You know you control much of the publishing industry. So if you write the books, your people are heavily placed in the media. So when you all get ready to dog us out, you call those in that you pay. Then you told me that if I did all the things that you all asked me to do, you would clean up my image. You knew you dirtied it. But I'm not going to beg and bow to you to clean up my image. God is sufficient for me. And God is sufficient for Kyrie and Ye. And God is sufficient for everyone who has been made a millionaire, a multimillionaire, a billionaire. And then you call your man at Forbes and tell them, put it in the book that there's a new billionaire black kid on the block. There's Miss Oprah, one of the most beautiful women could ever have as a friend. But now she has something to lose if she's not careful. Careful means you have to guard your mouth. So you used to be able to open it. I'm going to do that again. You used to be able to open it. Now when they pull that chain, now you can't find your voice. You're afraid. when fear grips you because you think you're going to lose something that's dear to you, so you don't want to venture out because you're afraid. I say this, dear beloved, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. To resist means to withstand the action or the effect of. Because if you stand and fight with truth and unity, you'll never lose what you got. They don't want to be shown up. They want to put fear into you. And they do have power to hurt us. And God has plenty of power to hurt them. Because if you stand and fight with truth and unity, you'll never lose even what you got. They don't want to be shown up. They want to put fear into you. And they do have power to hurt us. And God has plenty of power to hurt them.
Farrakhan, man, just simple as that. As simple as that, man. Farrakhan, it don't get no simpler than that. But y'all know, good morning, V White. What's up, Lee? Just, I came on to give a morning message about accountability this morning. It's all about accountability, man, and holding each other accountable. That's what we can do over here. This most definitely is something that we can do over here, is hold each other accountable, man. Like I said, 6 steps to accountability is self-honesty, value others, keep records, take responsibility, do the right thing, act promptly with care. I mean, we follow those 6 steps, and we can integrate those 6 steps into our life on a day-to-day basis, man. We can make a lot of progress within this world. Y'all know tonight is the night we having the state of the culture. Tonight is going down. Hopefully it's gonna be epic. We got Sir Miguel, we got J-Rock, we got Lex, we got myself, of course. I think EJ. Last week we had Miss April. I'm not sure if she'll be back tonight for the state of the culture. We got Malik. Probably got Brother David. This state of the culture is gonna be epic, man. I've been encouraging and advising the women. There are plenty of women over. I have plenty of women over here on this side that be in these chats, man, that don't come on the panel. We need, the women, look, be not afraid. We are y'all protectors. So in order for us to protect y'all got to come out of hiding. Y'all got to come out of hiding. They have avoided Minister a long time. Why they so scared to debate him? Exactly. He said, look, y'all want to go sit down with Kyrie Irving. Y'all want to sit down with Kanye West. Why not come and sit down with me? Why not come and sit down with me? I don't have no ties to y'all. Why y'all don't want to sit down with me? But they just explained it. Minister Farrakhan said, they try to buy his silence. And some people can't be bought. So shout out to Kyrie for standing on principle. And I heard something last night. Oh, let me see if I can find it for y'all. This right here, this one particular thing was quite. What's going on, Toy? This one thing was quite interesting to me last night. Let me see if I can find it. Something happened in the state of New York. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with what took place in New York behind this vaccination. And we all remember that Kyrie Irving held out from the vaccination. We all remember that. I think he was here.
They use
Just a second. We coming. Now, this is Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is about to say something that went on or something that's going on in New York at this current moment. And this is the first time I've heard this. So I'm quite interested in see what does this. This is referring to New York. This is referring to Kyrie Irving and everything going on between him and in the Brooklyn Nets in the organization. But this is something that will be discussed later on today. But I just want y'all to hear what the brother said.
They use their media to turn you into a villain so they could justify what they do. Listen, they rehiring people in New York. They told you can't work because you won't take the shot. In fact, they telling people you getting your back pay because it was unconstitutional what they did. The Nets owed Kyrie millions of motherfucking dollars. Millions of motherfucking dollars in fines because he wouldn't take that shot. That ain't what they doing, huh? It seems like that's what it is. We got to pay him what? And he didn't play? We got to make him a villain. That's what we'll do. We'll take a retweet and make him out to be public enemy number one because we got control of the niggas in media. We control if he's bad or good in the public eye because we want to find a way out of paying. They got to get them cops and everybody that money that they didn't get him when they told them, if you don't take the shot, you got to get the fuck out. Well, they getting ready to hire them people back, but the Nets didn't want to get Kyrie Black Man that money. Run my nigga money back. He had to get that boy. You know, media to turn you into a villain so they could justify what they do. Listen, they rehiring people in New York that they told you.
Yo.
Do you think it's some smoke with that?
It is. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, like I was telling you earlier. And what's going on, chat? Everybody don't know. I'll be acting rude sometimes. I just come in and start running my mouth. But what's going on? Yeah, man, look. To be honest with you, man, I've been paying attention to what's happened over like the past few years, man, when it comes to anti-Semitism and who's being accused of it versus who's not. So it seems to be brown people now that are getting attacked and being called anti-Semitic. You know, you look at what happened to Nick Cannon for pretty much saying the same thing that particular documentary was saying, which is the same thing that Whoopi Goldberg ended up saying and had to apologize for because of her platform and where she is. Same thing with Nick Cannon and his platform and where he is. You know, you got a lot of people that know the truth, but they straight up punk bitches. You know, they can't quantify what the truth is because of the fact that they don't want to lose shit. Just like Louis Farrakhan said, he said it perfectly. The same reason why didn't nobody speak up for R. Kelly. Didn't nobody want to go against.
They didn't want to be blackballed.
Yeah, didn't nobody want to lose their shit. So and that's what the position that they got put in, and people, and if you pay attention, they choose and they pick and choose who they want to attack versus who they actually attack. So, you got so many different people out here to say so many different things. And like what Louis Farrakhan said, ain't nobody sitting up here saying, talking about hate. The man reposted something because he was trying to gain better knowledge himself. And you can tell that that's what he was on. That's what he was on. And he saw something in that and he chose to share it. Everything that's put out there is not 100% true anymore. It's all type of hyperbole, all type of propaganda that goes with all of this shit, man. It's basically to fit a narrative. They do what they do to fit a narrative. Now, the problem is that what a Kyrie or a Kanye has to say ain't fitting the narrative. It's actually showing that your slip is hanging. Jewish people are white people, right? From what we've been shown. Jewish people are white people, right? White people have been the oppressors of black men since the advent of the Middle Passage. We've been the object of, we've been livestock. I talked to my boss the other day, and I was like, they talk about anti-Semitism, but can you think of a name that we've actually made up for Jewish people? Because we haven't. But I can think of so many names: Porch Monkey, Jungle Bunny, Coon, Tar Baby, nigga. All these different terminologies that was made to make fun of us. Nobody apologized to us for that shit, man. And now we got to go on apology tours and shit because we seeking better knowledge of self. So can everybody hear me? Yo, can everybody hear me? Yo, can y'all hear me?
You speaking the truth.
Okay. Now, so basically, when we look at this situation with Kyrie Irving, and you look at how Charles Barkley reacted, you look at how LeBron reacted, You look at how Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp reacted. Those was scared niggas. Them the real niggas. The scared ones, the punks. The ones that, oh shit, I gotta fall in line. And I gotta beat this nigga before, they come and beat all of us. That's pretty much where we are. That's the state of our situation. Then you got two of them up, man. Yeah, so basically, we gotta do better, man, as far as black people, man. We've gotten so trained to not give a damn about one another that we allow for white people to tell us how we think, how we feel, and who the hell we are. And then when we go try to search it and we find anything that comes close to the truth, they still on us some more and be like, oh, well, we got to teach this uppity nigga a lesson. That's exactly what happened to Kanye West. Exactly what happened to Kyrie.
But see, I was telling like the reason why I was telling people, man, we have to really look at this shit. When Kanye West exposed to y'all the red media, he exposed how many media outlets that they are in control of. I said, what those people realized was they realized that they could not control Kanye West. They realized that Kanye West, like he said on Drink Champs, if you don't want it to get out, don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a secret, don't tell me. So when they realized that they knew that they couldn't control Kanye West, what they did then was they put the narrative out as if he was suffering from schizophrenia and he was crazy.
Yeah.
So therefore, if Kanye West, when he did come out and speak, the first thing our people did was call him crazy.
Oh, he
crazy. Don't listen to him. He crazy.
But
just like I've been saying for over the last 3 years, who controlled the narrative? And I'm talking about before now with R. Kelly. Who controlled the narrative? It was always that R. Kelly has been fighting the narrative from the beginning. He married Aaliyah. The narrative.
Absolutely.
Who controls the narrative?
It damn sure ain't us. It damn sure ain't us, man. And like I said, Farrakhan, man, hit a lot of key points. Same thing Kanye said, who owns what? Who really owns what? If we don't own a thing in this country, who owns it? You look at Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. What type of name is that? That name is of Hebrew descent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got one of the biggest, okay, not even one, the biggest social media, George Soros, man. What type of name is that?
And then he a whole Jew. I ain't gonna say Jew because that's a whole different. A Jew, Jews and Jewish is two different forms of people.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we have to get past trying to fit in.
That's it. But see, what they did was they indoctrinated the money. Mm-hmm. Our people have been chasing wealth when wealth is not the way to self-preservation. You have to figure out who the hell you are.
And that's one thing that they want to keep from you. In order to keep a people down, they can't know
who they are.
In order, and let's take it here, since they want to put kidnapping on us and all that shit. You can't kidnap a person unless you prevent them from knowing how the fuck to get back home. That's what they did to us.
Right. They
Salute.
they gave us this language. I told people, go and look up the definition of the term English. It will piss you off. Where did this shit derive from? How did they take our speaking? They changed everything about us. So why did these people work so hard to suppress our knowledge? And when we do start to become knowledgeable, that's when we become targets. You know, we can't.
You can be rich and dumb.
That's it, and that's what you say. Like you just said, that's why we see Shaq. That's why we see Barkley. I mean, and I had so much respect for LeBron James. He was one of my favorite players, man. It hurt me to even come out and say what I said, but I said, fuck LeBron James. I would never stand on side, stand for somebody like LeBron James. And then the fact that you started calling this 30-year-old man a fucking kid on national television, that's another fucking problem I have. Kyrie is a fucking grown man.
It's akin to calling a black man a boy.
You see what I'm saying?
You know, basically you're helping along the narrative. And
The key.
you don't even realize how far we being set back.
Shaq gonna call this man a fucking idiot on a fucking live television. Come on, man.
Can I jump in?
Go ahead, man.
I see the minister came in here, so this really get ready to be a party now. I'm glad you threw this out here, PT and Big Vi. I was gonna wait till later, but you brought up the word ish. When you Google the word ish and you understand that it means the act of something or acting.
Exactly.
So now let me hit y'all on to this. Because I'm gonna touch this first. Why is it that as a people we so hard on each other? Meaning when Kyrie made his statement, everybody of our color or hue attacked Kyrie for his statement. And everybody wanted to say he was anti-Semitic. So yesterday in the debate, once I Googled the word ish, I threw this out.
Hold on right quick, Malik. Hold on right quick. Hey, y'all, let's mute up. And while Malik talking, let's hit the mute button. And then when Malik get done, we can whoever want to speak, just come in and speak. All right, go ahead, Malik.
Every one of us at the room in the room was like, this guy. And I said, well, no, think about it. So I said, why is it that the statement that Kyrie said is so harmful and is anti-Semitic, but a lot of you watch the TV series Blackish? Blackish was one of the highest rated TV series. So that means we out here uplifting a show that's saying you're acting blackish. So you're stereotyping and being anti-Semitic to a group of people. So make it make sense. So everybody says, this guy. I said, but think about it. This is the definition of ish. The series is called Blackish, which means that these people are acting like a classification of people. But you quick to hop on Kyrie? Come on. Make it make sense. Big Vi, I sent you something in the text message, and I sent the text to you because it was the topic yesterday. Everybody said, nah. I said, you got to really read the text to understand the concept. Here's my issue with the whole thing. I've been following the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan since I was a pup. When I was out here doing the peace guard, and a lot of people don't know, when I did the 5% thing, the Nation of Islam thing, then I finally did the Sunni thing, and I said, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. You know, what Kevin Gates did through in the rap song, everybody don't understand that what he said is powerful. They just take it as a rap lyric. We first got to know who we are first in order to help somebody else understand where we need to go or where we can go. in the black community, our priorities are so far backwards. Even after Michael Jordan told you Negroes don't buy his shoes, he don't make shoes for you. But yet, you'll go out here and commit an atrocity to get them new J's when they drop. Or you'll run out here to go buy a $3,000 Balenciaga bag or t-shirt, and you still catching the bus, living in the projects. You could have put that money towards a home for your family. We think about us first and everybody else second. So as a people, when are we going to start to understand we got to prioritize a lot of things? Yo, put them J's down. I got a partner out the Sandbox. This dude been wearing Route 66 jeans since elementary and middle school. For those who don't know, Kmart, that was the Kmart brand jean. And folks used to clown him. Now, he got 10, 11 children. Every son then been to college or went to the military upon their own decision of becoming a man and what they wanted to do. Every baby girl went to college who wanted to go to college, or they chose a trade of their choice. So looking back, the fact that he wore some no-name jeans, which we think, because if your shirt over your pants, you can't tell what kind of jeans you got on. Dungarees is dungarees. The decision he made 30 years ago has totally set his whole family up for life. And somebody mentioned wealth. As a young man, somebody taught us this concept, and I didn't understand it until I got older. We think we got money because we can count 4 or 5 stacks and put in the closet. Folks who are wealthy or are affluent of money don't count their own money. They don't. But in the black community, a boy got 10 G's, boy got bands. You don't really have money. You still can count it. Ask Warren Buffett when he counted his money last. Ask Jay-Z. Ask anybody who has their particular vision on life and understanding in order. And I know sometimes it kind of sounds like I'm off the beaten path, but just think about it for a minute. If we as a people individually put our priorities in order and express and help each other cultivate a quality of life and guidance for one another, just imagine how further we'll be. I'm going to pause.
Yeah, that was real talk. You said a lot right there, bro.
Now, speaking on current events, nobody wants to follow R. Kelly, or people are afraid because they don't realize that if you take a stance, that's your stance. Folks may not support you in your stance because they are afraid of what they will lose and won't understand what we stand to gain. The average person, if you focus and you save $2,000, you're going to try hard to save that $2,000 and less harder to acquire $2,000 more, thinking that you have really accomplished something. In reality, you have just embarked on a journey that's continuous. But what do we do sometimes? Oh boy, I'm out the hood. I got the Benz in the house. Okay. You gonna show somebody else how to get the Benz in the house? Oh, but I ain't messing with you. Oh, okay. So now you acquired it. I'm trying to help acquire my stuff a lot. I'm trying to help acquire my own by asking your input, and you want to tend now to start looking down on me? Okay, I got it. But if I punch you in your mouth, the first thing you're going to say is, oh, now you acting like a nigga. Why you had to get violent? Yo, I asked for your help. But you don't want to give me help, so I'm going to rob you because I know you're a soft-ass nigga. No, that's fucked up. No, it ain't fucked up. You want me to revert to being an asshole when I'm coming to you as a man to man, asking you to help me. I'm swallowing my fucking pride and ego as a man and asking for help from another man, and you want to belittle me? Oh, okay, I got you now. I'm gonna treat you like the bitch I know you really was. No, man, that's fucked up. No, it ain't fucked up. You wanted me to treat you this way because I came to you as a man. I think we need to stop shitting on each other. The same way I got some J's, you can get them the same way, seriously. Because it's more fulfilling when we all eating steak than when I got to keep buying you a steak or people ostracize you because you eating chicken. No, that's my nigga. We come up together. Yo, you good? You want steak? Nigga, you eat chicken because you choose to. If I'm eating steak, my nigga, you eating steak. But no, we start shitting on each other because we got a couple dollars more. Fuck that money. That's my man. We need to unite. We'll go way further. And they keep seeing that. The ethnicities outside, they see the division. Man, I'm gonna get these niggas.
What if I want a pork chop?
And that's what you're gonna eat. But you're not gonna eat less. You're not gonna. No, I feel. Listen, I get it. You're not gonna eat less than I'm eating because I'm gonna belittle you, my guy. I'm gonna keep it so far, 100. I remember the days growing up. We would go buy 40 ounces and pass them in a circle. Now, oh man, no, yo, what's up with that? Come on, yo. Or you would go get the big chicken, or where we from, we call them chicken box. You go get the chicken box, and y'all bust the chicken box down the middle. Or you get a cheesesteak, I get a cheese fish, and you break bread together, break everybody, get a little piece of that. What happened to them days, yo? I know this money will change a man into becoming something he does not understand. He'll become the most evilest person on earth because he got a few dollars more than rent money.
I mean, but when you look at it, you know, a lot of that, and that's the reason why our people act the way that they act, because they don't understand the reason for the money even existing. That's what the money is meant for. That's what the money is meant for. It's meant to make you act as if you are some sort of way if you don't understand what the money say. I mean, you look on it, what the money say when you read it.
Hey, Big Bob, I'm going to ask you this. And I'm going to ask the whole panel. Let's say that we all are stable and able to maintain our families right now. How many of us really appreciate the days when we ain't having it? We was messed up.
Shit, man, look here. It's the days. It's the days that I didn't have it. What makes me go hard like I do now. You can't, like you say, you can forgive, but what you can't do is ever forget. I remember I come from dirt roads, man, rock road, gravel roads. I done seen a lot in this world. And it's them days I remember, goddamn, I barely could rub 2 quarters together. But my pride wouldn't let me ask somebody for something. I say, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get out here and go work. I'm gonna make an honest living. And guess what? I'm gonna do it the right way. I done dibble and dabble here and there, but guess what? Even in those times, I was never comfortable as I am now. I'm comfortable getting up, going to work, punching the clock, coming home, knowing that I'm doing something that's not only benefit me, but it's benefiting my children. And also my freedom is not at stake. You know, if something, God forbid, something come up where I have to do something to defend myself, whatever there may be. But other than that, a lot of them penitentiary chances I don't have to take no more.
Okay. And I totally salute you for that. But I'm going to throw an incident that happened one day. Me and my brother, we wanted to go down Lexington Market. So we used to, in Lexington Market, for those who don't know what, there's a hot dog stand that was 120 years old. The hot dog stand was there before the market. And it was like our tradition because my mother took me, my grandmother took me, I took my oldest sons, I took all my sons, so I had to take my baby boy. So me and my brother one day, we park and we jump on the subway. We go down to Market. My son can't even reach the counter, so you got to hand him down a hot dog. He like, oh, so this is my big brother and them did. He real happy. So we eat the hot dogs. We down there laughing and joking. So we catch the train back uptown. We go to the crib. So my brother's phone ring and somebody say, yo, are you all right? My brother said, yeah. He said, yo, what y'all doing catching the subway down the Market? So I say, yo, how you know? Oh, man, Tasha told Tamika, who told Myra, who told Ken that y'all niggas was on the subway down the Market, yo. Y'all niggas okay? I say, yo, at what point would you think we not okay? Man, I was just wondering. And check this out, yo. Before we had cars, we used to jump in a hack. Hack is the equivalent to in New York, the dollar cab. I don't know if y'all had them around. It's like a private citizen giving you a ride. You pay him a couple dollars. But before folks had money in cars, we still had to move around. We had, hold on. Hey, I'm online. What's up? We still got around, but we went downtown not because we were showing nephew like, yo, this little tradition mean a lot. Now the Market is gone. So my son the other day said, well, Dad, can we go get the hot dog? I said, yo, they ain't there no more. What? That the hot dog was good. And I say that to say it's not always as what we see it or how we see it. Stop judging. Stop being stereotypical and egotistical. Yo, sometimes I wish I could go back to the days of old because you ain't have so many idiots or so many people amongst you of your color who thought crazy. That's like when you remember that you could sit on your porch or sit on the stoop. You can't. Now everybody shooting. You just on the stoop trying to catch some fresh air, but
we were talking about that the other day, man. They hijacked the village with the crack epidemic. You know what I'm saying? Before the crack epidemic, it really that terminology that we used to hear or that cliche that we grew up hearing, you know, that I grew up hearing. It takes a village to raise a child. I remember the days where my mom neighbors, we was, you know, you out in the. We lived in the projects. You in the projects. You old by John house and you cursing and John mama caught you cursing. Guess what? John mama whooped my ass and took me to my mama and say, oh, he was over in front of my house cursing like a grown man. You know, then my mama, all right, thank you for bringing him to me. I'm finna tear his ass up too. But now you don't have that no more. Now, if you discipline another child, you know, for being disrespectful and you take the child to the mama want to fight you. But your child was being disrespectful to me.
Man, these kids, I was telling my baby boy, I said, I remember the day, yo, where you messed up or showed out, mom got with you right there. What no, we going home.
Nah.
He tightened you up right there.
On the spot. You had ass whoopers on the spot.
So my son showed out one day in the Mark, he threw a tantrum. And he called himself, and he like job. You know how he job lean, like you know. I hit him in his chest. He said, "The lady said he can't breathe." I said, "He's lucky I knock him out." Now y'all won't call the police, do so, because the police ain't gonna tell me how to dictate to him. He caught his breath and he said, "Okay, what I do wrong?" And when I explained to him, he said, "Okay, no, I won't do that again." I said, "Yeah." He said, well, it was public. I said, I told you, where you show off, you're going to get tightened up. I'm not waiting till we go home.
No.
I'm from the black family. Black mama took care of it then. I remember my mother hit me in the middle of my back so hard one time I couldn't
What's
talk.
Up, Darren? What's up, B? What's up, Georgia girl?
She hit me in the I was like, oh, I couldn't talk or holler.
Man, I'm telling you.
Look. And when I realized why she hit me, the first thing I did was never did that again.
Man.
And what I did, she was talking, and I turned my back to her like I wasn't paying no attention, but I was listening. Oh no. She hit me in the middle of my back. Oh no. Okay. So we also got to start bringing back them values. As much as the children won't buck, you gotta let them know every time you buck, this is a consequence on buck.
It's the consequences, man. That's why I salute my grandfather. I salute my grandmother because I salute my mom too because it ain't easy raising children on your own independently, and especially young men. When we start smelling ourselves, a lot of that shit my mama used to do, a lot of the stuff my mama used to say, I didn't understand it. As a teenager, I didn't understand it, but when I became a grown man, it made perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? Even with my grandmother as well, she used to tell me in life, in order to get comfortable, you must first become uncomfortable. And I've never understood that shit until my back was put against the wall. And shit, you put a person back against the wall, they either gonna fold up or they gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? So I did what I had to do, but I explained to my son all the time, valuable things in life. And like I tell him, I'm telling you, so you don't have to go through it, but understand you're gonna make mistakes in life no matter how much I tell you. But the thing about that is accountability. That's why I named this Adult Talk Accountability. Because even as adults, when we do things, we must first hold ourselves accountable. And if we hold ourselves accountable in front of our children, guess what? That's gonna rub off, and our children gonna see what it means and what it looks like to hold, to be accountable for your action, for what you say, things you do, whatever it is it may be, because at the end of the day, none of us are perfect, and we don't do things with the intentions, but unintentionally we may slip up every now and then, But hey, that's my bad. I don't want you doing it that way. I'm gonna show you the right way to do it. This is how you fix that. This is how you, because I believe in respect will take you and get you in places in life that no money can, no credit can, none of that.
Big facts. Big facts.
And see, that's what they have done to our people. They got our people thinking it's about the money, thinking it's about materialistic shit. It ain't about that. It's about the moral. It's about the main key factors to life: respect, accountability. That's two things. Those two things right there. Respect and accountability alone will build your character to where people will pour into you. You know what I'm saying? People will want to pour into you. The way you greet, the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself, how you carry yourself. You can't walk around here with your fucking pants hanging past your ass, thinking somebody. That's disrespectful.
Not to mention your goddamn drawers be dirty. Like, really, who the fuck would have seen all that? You got a whole lot going on with that shit, little man. But look, another thing I want to say is I now see the value in communication.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember when you were younger, your people taught you not to talk to strangers.
Mm-hmm.
So the other day, my son said, "Well, Dada, if I don't talk to strangers, how will I meet any new people?" So I had to think. I say, "Damn, this nigga been here before." So he says, no response means I'm right. So I say, yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you a little later on. Because I didn't have a response because what he said made a whole lot of sense. And growing up, when you're taught that, they never give you the caveat on the dangerous part of how strangers can be because of the times, nor do they express to you like sometimes to have conversation with strange people can be beneficial because you build bonds and relationships. So as a youth, you kind of sometimes get misinformation because it's not communicated to you the correct way. So once I sat down and broke it down to him, I understood where he was coming from. And he got it. So like I tell people, we need to have more dialogue. Like when you come over Big Vibe channel, you're gonna get 85 different opinions. But you also gonna get 85 people who respect the 85 different opinions.
Fact.
And it's not that somebody's trying to persuade somebody differently. We just want everybody to see everybody's lens and understand that a lot of things can go a lot of ways. It's all in how you navigate the course.
One thing I always say is it's never what one say, but it's always what one interpret what another say. And that's one of the biggest things that we have in our community, which has caused people their life, which has caused people their freedom, because somebody says something and they interpret it the wrong way. But instead of seeking understanding, they act off of emotion, which caused them to make a decision in the moment, in the heat of the moment, that cost them a lifetime of what? Freedom. Or anything. All because when you calm down, you realize, damn, he really didn't say nothing.
You know, somebody mentioned earlier, I think they piggybacked off of the minister when he said about R. Kelly. You know what just popped in my head? And I'm going to say this for the first time, Big Vibe, on your joint. This exclusive. The R. Kelly situation is the same thing that Mike Vick went through. If you know the details on the Mike Vick thing, Mike Vick brother could have just took the cocaine charge. But in turn, he didn't, which got them to investigate into the dogfighting ring. He didn't realize that he fucked up the bag by not taking the charge. Had he been accountable for his own situation, Mike would have never lost that $100 million Nike deal. And when he lost that deal, you lost the brand, you lost the face. You lost the person who took care of everything for everybody. And that's what R. Kelly did. It's somebody out here in his circle who could take accountability for their own actions that they played. And I'm not saying that he's guilty or innocent, but there's some folk out here who won't say nothing for afraidness of taking accountability. And at this point, they like, oh man, let him suffer. But think about it.
But that's one thing our people have done. That's why I don't know how many of y'all, the other day I reposted on my community wall. I reposted the story of Uncle Tom. I don't know if y'all got a chance to go and watch it, but that's another part of history that was told to us in an unfair way and got us running around here calling fucked up people Uncle Toms, but then calling the good people, you know, the fucked up people. Oh, you acting like Uncle Tom. Oh, you Uncle Tom, because we don't understand or we don't have the knowledge of who Uncle Tom was. They just heard that Uncle Tom was an ass kisser or he kissed, but that's the concept that they put out there. But then we got people that we think are good. Those are really the fucked up people. You know what I'm saying? Those are really the bad people. So I posted that whole little documentary about Uncle Tom on my community wall, which his name was Josiah Hanson. And this guy, Uncle Tom, which they called him, was one of the most loyalest people that you would ever have met And he wasn't. And what I mean about being loyal is not just being loyal to you, Malik, because you my guy. It's about being loyal to the people that I don't know, who don't know Malik. You know what I'm saying? It's about everybody you come in contact with, you being loyal to, not just being loyal to the people that you know because you cool with them. You know, it's doing the right thing all the time, even when people aren't looking. So this guy, Uncle Tom, he was a loyal guy. And they never tell you about all the things that he did, even when it came to him going back to buy slaves their freedom, all type of shit. This dude wasn't what they told us he was. But it's a reason behind all that as well. But we out here calling people Uncle Tom, you actually giving them credit as if they have done something good.
So let me ask you a question. And for those who follow Drink Champs, they ask a question during Quick Time Islam. And I'm going to ask the same question to you. If you had a choice, would you choose loyalty or respect?
If I had a choice, but I choose loyalty or respect. I mean, I don't know. Respect is, for me, respect was one of the, like growing up in the South, respect was like one of the first things that we were taught. You know what I'm saying? Respect is, I feel like respect is first. Like, and I'm not just saying like, I don't want you to respect me, but I'm talking about my respect for the human life, period. So I think for me, respect would be number one. I mean, that's just how I was taught.
We got a lot of certified like farmers and stuff that work for the company.
Minister, what you think?
They call it like loophole or pretty much.
Get this piece off.
How can you get it off? Yeah.
Like what you use to get this? First, you gotta take this out. You gotta take this.
See, out in Indiana, we got.
Can you hear us, John?
David, he talking to somebody.
Yeah, I'm at the counter, big man. Hold on 1 second.
All right.
Well, I'm a rebuttal. I'm a respect. I choose respect, and I always will choose respect because a lot of people think loyalty and respect are the same, and they're not.
No, that's two different families.
So I'm always ride with respect because I know people that are loyal to people who don't respect the people they're loyal to.
Mm-hmm.
But I have enough respect for people not to comment or speak ill will on them. And I think that's more important than loyalty. Loyalty has an expiration date.
Oh, yeah. Respect don't.
Right.
But you remember the respect shit back in the day. Man, Malik, you much. Oh, y'all are my OG. You know, I'm a young kid, but I just got an old soul. But just remember growing up, like when mama had company, you had to go in the room as a kid. Nowadays, mama had company, the kids right in the mama conversation. I remember as a kid, whatever went on in mama house, you didn't go no more. I don't give a damn. You went to your grandma's house, your auntie house, your dad's house. You better not say a goddamn word about what went on in this house. When you go out into the public, when you see anybody that's your elder, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. If you see a lady walking up to a door, you don't see this shit no more. You always hold a door for a lady. You see an older lady in the store, getting her grocery bags together. You better get your ass over there and ask this and help this lady. Ask her, do she need some help? Take them bags to the car for her. You know, it was just certain things when I was growing up. Respect that shit was pounded in us. Even though we'll get out of line sometime, but guess what? When we got out of line, shit, that belt came. It wasn't even a belt. It was the fucking willow switches. When they take the 3 switches and they braid them motherfuckers together, and when they hit you with it, it wrap around. You feel like, man, look, I done had so many ass whoopers as a kid, but I swear, I thank you, Jesus, to this day for all the redirecting and patience that the people that came into my life had with me, because I can see it right here now, 30 plus years old, saying, The shit that I thought was hell back then, it worked out right now. You know, and that's why I teach my son, I teach my kids, man, respect your man. And I know kids, I know people who was disrespectful as hell as children when I was growing up, but they no longer here, and some of them are in prison. Talking back to your mama, what you talking back? Somebody came, oh yeah, I called him, he was talking back to me. What? All right, I'm finna deal with him right now. We didn't have no choice, man. Respect was pounded in us. It was instilled in us, man. We had to respect people. No matter how we felt, no matter what we thought, whatever. If they did something to us that we deemed wasn't right, you go home, tell your mama. Tell your daddy, tell your grandma, whoever. You go tell a grown-up. You go get a grown-up. If a grown person does something to you, you go get an adult and bring them back. But nowadays, shit, these kids out here now, they'll cuss an elderly person out, jump on an elderly person, rob an elderly person. Man, they don't even care. Man, I'm 30 plus years old, but I still be saying, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. People be telling me, oh, you don't have to say that. You don't have to say that. I say, especially when I moved up north. When I moved up to Minnesota, and I would go into the stores and do certain things, go fill out a job application and have a conversation with certain people. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. You know, that was the first thing they say, you must not be from around here. Like, no, I'm from Louisiana. Those people used to be like, man, I would get jobs just based off of the respect. I think you're a good guy. I'm going to give you a chance. Just something simple as greeting somebody as yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
I always say that attitude determines altitude. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear.
Yeah, and then another thing, somebody said earlier about emotional, that black people are emotional, or maybe they were just saying people. But I have a little acronym. It says critical logic eliminates emotional nonsense. You know, it's critical that logic eliminate emotional nonsense. You know what I'm saying? We have to step back from every situation and be logical about it. You know, and not respond from an emotional standpoint, because we always lose in that way. Like, you know, if you imagine somebody fighting, right, or even playing a game, the more mad you get at your opponent and get to, you know, trying to swing wild or go all crazy at the rim, the more you lose position, you know, because you're in your emotions, you're in your feelings. You know what I'm saying? You can't never win like that. So black people just need to step back and be more logical about how to proceed, which a lot of us are. You know, it's really the goofies that get the microphones and that encourage and inspire the youth to follow them. But it's really, for the most part, man, a lot of conversations. Go ahead.
Honestly, because we really could, man, Shaq, Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, and man, look how Jalen Rose looked on that apology video. He looked it worse on that apology video than the shit that he came out and said initially. Because them people made you apologize. They made you look like an ass.
Mm-hmm.
Because you spoke on something that sometimes it's good. It's okay to say no comment. It's okay to say no comment. I'd rather not speak on it. Man, David, you be on here, Malik be on. It's certain things that we talk about, certain things that come up on these platforms. Guess what? We'd rather not speak about it.
Especially if you don't know everything about it.
Right. We got enough respect to say, you know what, man, we ain't gonna really speak on that. You know what I'm saying? But if we got something that we can back it with or something like that, then boom, we'll go and listen to it. But just like the biggest thing now, like that I've been looking at the whole thing that's been going in my head for the last 3 weeks, bro. A lot what I took away from that Kanye West interview A lot that I took away from what went on with Kyrie. And now that Minister Farrakhan came out and spoke the way he spoke, and even he said when he met with the rabbi, did you hear him say they had Chicago sometime now? Now, you go back to who published these stories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And all come back down to that media, don't it?
It all come back to the media.
Mm-hmm.
The media is made to make an innocent person look guilty. And have to prove that they're innocent. Now,
logically speaking, right? When I watch what's going on in front of me with Kyrie Irving, I'm leery. I'm leery because I don't know whether to believe it's true or not, or if it's some type of production, because it's happening in front of the media. So
but they made it public because he just reposted something. He never even said nothing about it.
Yeah, but Big Vibe, what I'm saying is the fact. All right, so the narrative, right, as it is right now, is staying with Kyrie Irving. That's the narrative. That even mainstream media is basically indirectly saying, because now you have the basketball commissioner coming out and saying he spoke with what's his name, and he don't think his comments are racist.
But he never made a comment to be racist, though. That's the whole thing. So what are you saying when you say his comments? The thing was, he never made a comment. That's the whole problem. What they did was they attacked him, and which I feel as though when you go back, it all go back to the root of the problem. Now that they saying that it was unconstitutional for them to not be paying people that didn't want to take the COVID shot, and they have to go back and pay these people now. So
now it's time to talk, huh?
Now they want to talk, because that's what they did to Kyrie last year. They made him sell out because he didn't want to take no vaccine.
That's for sure, right.
So it's always smoke and mirrors with this shit that they do. Now why go out to Kyrie for reposting a documentary when the documentary is still for sale on Amazon? I ain't saying shit to Jeff Bezos. Shaquille O'Neal aired this documentary.
Somebody will argue that Amazon is not in the contract with the NBA though. Like once you sign them papers, man, once you sign them contracts,
anti-Semitic ain't in the contract either.
Well, it's the Semites that got the contract you signing, so they own the. So that's implied.
See, that's why they lifted the ban, because of when the Players Association came back with the paperwork, all this shit that they talking about he needed to do these requirements in order to return. That's why they say, oh, he can return back without knowing none of them requirements.
Hey, did y'all? Well, in case y'all don't know, the NBA Players Association got a new president.
Say that again.
Who they got? I know they had CJ McCullough, Jalen.
No, but she's a woman.
Wow.
They just appointed her on the NBA thing. They broke the news yesterday. But the I don't want to say the irony in it, but she's an old mayor of Baltimore.
Oh wow.
But she's the first female to, I guess, hold this position in the NBA.
Well, they putting females in place everywhere, man.
Yeah, well.
They getting put in place everywhere. And then everybody with this shit with Kim Fox, this, that, and the third. Oh, she got it to the 14th to make a decision and this, then the third. Like, man, that's a lot of this shit, man. And to me, like at this point, bro, what I am willing to do, I do like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And like, but my whole thing, even when it comes to this R. Kelly thing, man, the media, I mean, you never seen the media crucify one individual as much as they did this brother. If this brother was so guilty, they wouldn't. I mean, y'all put together a 6-part documentary. I mean, use every network, every news outlet, every news outlet y'all could use, running ads, this, that, and the third. But then y'all ain't gonna tell people, well, we didn't have no evidence in the court. All we had was testimony. Accusations. But we feel as though we can bring in 50 to 60 people to testify against one person. And that's gonna make it believable. Just like we're gonna put out and say Kanye West is schizophrenia, but then Kanye told you, now they diagnosed me with being schizophrenia, and the doctor who diagnosed me was a Jewish doctor. They try to put me on pills. He say, now take it. I start taking these pills. How easy it would be for them to slip one pill, change one pill out, and we got Prince all over again. Oh, Kanye West overdosed. Oh, he was addicted to opioids, right?
Right, because then nobody think, man, when they said Prince OD'd, I was flabbergasted. Like, damn, Prince was getting high all the time, and Mike. I'm like, man.
You see what I'm saying? You see, but then you go back to Mike's situation when Mike exposed that he was about to be a free agent. He was leaving Sony, but he got one up on them when he bought the Beatles catalog. They wanted the Beatles catalog so bad for Michael Jackson, they gave him 50% ownership into Sony.
Wow.
I put the video up on just go down on my page and go through it's gonna be a video. It's gonna show why it's gonna say why Kanye said he's Michael now. Because Mike spoke and said he say they mad because I'm leaving. He said they never thought that I would stop. He said they thought that I would just stay singing and dancing. They never thought that I would outthink them.
Right.
And here's the same shit that we looking at with R. Kelly. They thought he was gonna stay in that goddamn studio, keep making music, keep making other people famous, but he never would come and ask about his catalog, his masters. Okay, we gonna put you on. Man, Mike said I done made something. He said I done made them He said I done made them billions and billions and billions of dollars. He said, but now that I'm leaving, they mad. He said all they want to do is use us up, and when they done using us up, then they just get rid of us.
Hey, Kanye said one of his songs, "Yikes." The song is called "Yikes," right? He said, "I think that Prince and Mike is trying to warn me," right? They strategize to harm me. They don't realize they dealing with a zombie. Man, so that's another one of my things too with R. Kelly, is that R. Kelly met Prince and Mike. He lived through that era. You know what I'm saying? So he knew, that the music industry was shady. You know what I'm saying? At least Kanye did. I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Kanye.
I think he knew that he had signed that bad deal. And he had to wait them 30 years in order to get them masters back. So once that 30 year hit, that's why it was so important when he did that Gayle King interview when he said, I gave y'all 30 years. The number 30 is very fucking significant in all of this shit. It's the 30-year mark when you able to regain your masters back. The number 30 is significant, man. So when he was pointing
30 pieces of silver.
When he was pointing at that camera, he wasn't pointing at Gayle King. He pointed at the camera and said, y'all killing me. He was talking to somebody. But see, people don't understand. You know, real people understand. People understand how it feels to know that everybody's looking at you like you fucking guilty, like you have done something, and you sitting here trying to explain to people like, look, this ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Oh, boy, them said you did it, so you did it.
You did.
Show me myself. What Red told Craig on Friday, we kept rewinding the tape back. It kind of looked like your head. But
it still go back. It still go back to the media because our
media,
perception of R. Kelly is strictly the media. We don't know nothing, man. I'm talking about of all the people that say R. Kelly was going up there to that school. They talk about all the time. Kenwood. Can't nobody say that he did nothing. Definite. It's all hearsay. You know, and then go ahead.
You were saying a mouthful when you said that's it, and then guess what? Whatever narrative get put out there first, that's the narrative that everybody go with. See, that's just like if you get a narrative put out that you a stump down hustler. See, everybody talk about like with the mafias. You know, Frank Lucas was a stump down hustler. But then they ain't telling you all these people that like Free Ray, Ricky Ross. Oh, he was one of the best dealers in. See, that's the narrative, but they ain't telling you about these people that these folks and told on.
Right.
But that's whatever narrative get put out there first, that's the narrative that people run with. And then you got people that will defend, oh man, he was a D boy. He ain't never told on nobody. When you go look at his paperwork, this motherfucker told on all type of people.
Right.
Everybody. But they don't want to read the paperwork when it come to R. Kelly though. They just want to go off of what they heard.
And then I was watching some podcast the other day, right? And they was giving props to Kyrie Irving and Kanye. And then they shitted on R. Kelly, right? And I was like, man, it's really the same thing. Now, what make me say, damn, maybe they do got some on R. Kelly is because of the different way they came at Kyrie. They ain't come at Kyrie with no sexual shit. They ain't come at Kanye with no sexual shit. And all this time, you know, so, you know, they're stepping back looking at it like, damn, you know, complexes me, you know what I'm saying? I just don't, it's either like, you know, just really just trying to understand why they going so hard at R. Kelly this way. Is he got more money to make for them or to lose for them than Kyrie or Kanye? You understand what I'm trying to ask the question now I'm trying to ask?
Because they got, but look at what it was with Mike with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about what get put out there. This whole shit, they've been working on this shit with Kel. It's the same shit that Kanye say too. Kanye say his best friend sold these people a part of his documentary showing when he was going to the hospital and shit. It was one of his best friends that sold the information, sold the content to the Jewish people. $30 million.
They go that number again. 30.
They go that number again. It's the 30.
It's the 30. The 30 pieces of silver that they sold Jesus out for. That's what I keep on thinking when you say 30.
Man, just you gonna hear it, man. That number 30 is surrounded by a lot of shit involved with these people, man. But the thing about it is, what has happened to us is we've let people control the narrative of our community and our people for so long till we don't question shit no more. We just take it for face value, right? It goes back to like when I was saying a while back, like the media, we'll sit here and watch our people get slaughtered in the middle of the streets. But when the media, when it come on the news, they talk about they drug addiction in the past. Oh, they had a criminal record. Oh, they had this. Oh, Breonna Taylor was a drug dealer. This, that, and the third. But how does that justify this woman being innocently killed? How does that justify Trayvon Martin being attacked walking home from the store? How does that justify Mike Brown being gunned down? But Alton Sterling, it goes on. Look at how the media has crucified all of our people that looks like us that was gunned down in the streets on video camera. And all they do when they come to bring it up is instead of them just putting up a memorial picture to memorialize the people, they get on there and talk about their background, all their criminal records, this, that, and the third. But y'all want this same media, y'all believe. Y'all was saying this media was full of shit when they talked about George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, all them. The media full of shit. They ain't got to bring up that. Why they talking about that man past? Why they talking about she was a drug dealer? But when they come to R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, and the media saying that they, Mike touched little boys, R. Kelly was dealing with women, y'all believe that. So it's the selective outrage, man.
Yeah.
If you ain't gonna believe the media when they talk about these people being innocently killed, how you gonna believe the media when they talk about the entertainment that looks like us? Because it's clear they don't have respect for our people. We have to really we gotta really start just checking shit and calling it what it is. The media is not designed for us.
No. They have an agenda. So whatever the narrative they spinning is whatever story they telling is going to basically help their agenda. Now, my thing is with George Floyd is that media is the one that put George Floyd for us as some type of hero for what happened to him, or a victim or a martyr. That's the word that most fits what the media did with George Floyd. And also the politicians, namely the Democratic politicians that's in leadership, they took a knee in the George Floyd situation. But to me, it seemed like they was in the position of Derek Chauvin, saying that they was going to keep their knee on our necks. You know what I'm saying? Now,
it's symbolism, man.
It is symbolism, so, and that's how these people speak through, these type of scenarios and situations, you know what I'm saying, to people who understand what they're saying. But to the layman, it just go over our head and we just adopt every move they put out there on us. Like Black Lives Matter is, to me, not a grassroots type of situation. It was always orchestrated the way that it just came on the scene and blew up like it did. To me, that's how I felt about it.
Because guess who controlled it? Guess who behind it? When you look at who owns it, it goes back to them people, right?
Right. And so I'm always, I'm just like leery, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I see through them. And then when you have so many people who have died, like you don't have nobody dying that's going to work, getting shot, that's, at work, something that the whole country would be appalled about. And even though we are appalled about what happened with what we seen happen to George Floyd, that shit was ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? But I think the country would be more outraged if they seen somebody going to work and just get killed by a gangbanger. Just, they ain't even in that world. I think, a lot of that is going on and ain't nobody really saying nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's, so that's my problem. It's like, in a way, they are putting people like criminals and up as this is, who we are in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And I got a problem with it. It's like it's enough Black people that's dying that's worthy to be martyrs. You know what I'm saying?
But the deceivers, though, I say because the good people is being deceived by the bad people. You got imitation. You got imitations out here. People who they one way by day in a different way by night. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back to that terminology is what they had. They had the power to make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent. So you got motherfuckers who get caught red-handed, but they can make it look like, oh, he didn't have nothing in his hand. Oh, that wasn't him. He didn't do that. But then you have a person who has nothing to do with the crime at all. Oh yeah, he the one who did it. So how the fuck do they have mass bombings, you know, in a big ass crowd of people, and they can pinpoint one person who did it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's selective also.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when you think about, for instance, when FBG Duck got killed downtown, and later on it came out that they was able to trace them boys from, well, that's what they say allegedly, that they was able to trace the boys leaving from O Block all the way downtown to the actual scene of the crime. Now you know you got murders happening all the time in Chicago. It ain't been solved, period.
Right.
But they got this one. They solved this one with everybody in you know what I mean?
But it goes back to to Kim Fox, right? You remember they say Kim Fox was standing out there, the people had a shootout right in front of her. They say they locked the dude up and then she let him out.
You know what? I ain't never heard of that, but I could believe it. I could believe it. It's something about these criminals, man. You know, for lack of a better word, it's something about people who break the law that these people, like Kim Fox, this is who they represent. They represent criminals, Joe. They don't represent people that's trying to be right.
It's like it's almost as if they crying for the federal government to come in. You know, they just gonna let so much crime take place to where they want the state to just get took over. They want Chicago to just get took over by the U.S. Marshal. They want to bring the military in there. They want the military president. They want it to happen because y'all had a power.
Yeah, we don't, and we don't. In my opinion, we don't even need that. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm telling you about
that. I don't believe y'all need it either because if you make the right arrest and arrest people and hold the people accountable that's committing a crime.
No, that means that you gotta arrest Kim Fox, Lori Lightfoot. You know what I mean? Them are the people that got to be arrested. You know what I mean? Because the shit is rolling downhill, man. It ain't really us. We dealing with the shit because it's coming down and we living in it. So we have to deal. It's almost like, man, Joe, it's crazy, man.
Lil Durk say he gave Kim Fox season ticket, skybox tickets for the season to the Bulls game. I say, okay. Now he telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, and he hugged up with Lori. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I don't know what type of
getting paid off by these motherfuckers around Chicago. They taking these payoffs under the table. And they're allowing all this shit to go on in the city. But like you say, the corruption don't start on the streets. That shit starts in the office.
Yeah.
All over this country, man. From the president on down.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they actually got it in the book. It say, man, when a wicked beareth rule, when they're in control, when they have power, the people mourn. You know what I'm saying? And we've been mourning, definitely in Chicago, but all across the United States, man. Since wicked people been in control, we've been mourning for I say at least 20, 30 years, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like
David,
time.
You've been here longer than me, bro. And I salute you, man. I salute all of you guys that come on here that's older than me because I'm a sponge, man. And it's the knowledge for me. It's the wisdom for me because I listen to the conversation that we have. I'm gonna tell you the type of person I am, bro. I'm a type of person. I don't like to hear myself. I don't like to hear myself talk. I don't like to listen to my own videos, you know, and it's crazy because I know I talk with a bit of sense, but I just don't like to hear myself talk. But I go back and listen to videos. We have panels, you know, and just listening back to these, man, I'm gonna tell you, we might not have the numbers that we should have, but one day when them state of the coaching panels we be having, somebody gonna come across one of them videos one day and it's gonna take off. Because them panels we have, we talk about addressing the culture, our people. It's like we have so many different point of views on there. Like I was telling you the other day, when we was on there with you, Sir Miguel, Malik, everybody's on there. We were talking about different things and the type of, but we are setting the example that brothers can get on a panel and have dialogue and agree to disagree, but it's still respect. It ain't, oh, bitch ass nigga, I don't believe what you talking about. Oh, whore ass nigga, that shit ain't no. It was none of that. We was having a healthy debate, which need to be put out. But like I keep on telling people all the time is that it's when we talking about positivity, it's gonna be slow to get around, just like Jesus, right? Positivity take time to be passed around. Just like Noah, when he ran to preach the message that God was coming, and he say, he went back to talk and say, well, then, he started to get discouraged. And God told him just continue to do, just continue to spread the word, and he went back and he continued to spread the word. So when we spread positivity throughout this YouTube algorithm with all these people, that positivity is going to be slow to go around, but eventually it's going to catch a wave and people going to start to get on and come aboard because we setting the example. We leading by example. We ain't over here just talking. We showing it. We putting it on. We having the difficult debates and we doing them in healthy ways to where people can understand. Because guess what? You up north, Malik out east, I'm down south. We got people on the West Coast. We got people in New York. We got people all over this little place called the United States. We got all different perspectives on these panels that we be having. And guess what? We all can talk and have differences, but we still can respect each other for men. That's what it's about. Brother David, he fell out, but he gonna probably come back in here. And that's what it's about. I was saying earlier, I need for you, the ladies, man, I need for y'all to be able to come on here and speak up for y'allself. Speak up for you all, because we here to back y'all. So when y'all come out and voice y'all concern, y'all need to come out and let us know what we need to do as men to protect y'all. And we need to let y'all know where we need y'all to stand as queens for us to be able to protect you. It's all about having that healthy conversation. People don't want to have these type of talks, but these are the talks that need to be had. I can't wait to start having my father to son or father to child debate panels with me, Malik, Sir Miguel, different people coming on with, talking about the difficulties of raising a child without the mother being in the picture. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we need to start having conversations about, but I know we can do it. I know it can get done. I know the positivity. Let's start changing the way that they see us as black men, fathers, head of the household, alpha males, and not looking at us as monsters, because all of us not monsters. We are out here being productive. We are out here working. We are out here setting the example, leading by example, raising our children, being responsible, being accountable. That's what it's about. Let's not judge. God didn't put us on this earth to be the judge of the next person. I don't know what Fantasia been through. I don't know what Petey been through. I don't know what J-Rock been through. Who am I to judge y'all life? But if I can be open-minded to you all, just like everybody on this panel, everybody that's in this chat, I'm not the one to judge no one. Because guess what? When my judgment day come, ain't nobody on this panel gonna be there to tell God, oh, I remember Big Vi said some encouraging words to me one day. I remember Big Vi said something one day I liked. Can't nobody speak for Big Vi when God come to judge Big Vi. So for us as individuals, we have to get our house in order. We have to align ourselves with God. Guess what? When God comes and it's time for you to be judged, can't nothing that nothing that you've done for no one or nothing that no one has done for you, none of that can speak for you when it's time for you to be judged. So it's important that we get ourselves together, hold ourselves accountable, respect ourselves. Let's start. I know we far away from we are way far away from where we were, but we can change the direction and we can bring attention and we can show an example of what it looks like to establish a healthy front, a strong front, a militant front, a group of people who moving with a purpose. That's what has happened. We have lost our sense of purpose. A lot of people have lost their sense of purpose. They feeling hopeless, but there's more hope in this life than people may think. Each and every day that you wake up, you have a new opportunity to make a change, to make a difference, to right the wrong, ask for forgiveness.
Well, you know, a lot of times, Big Dog, a lot of folks think it's easier or they're more comfortable wallowing in their own sorrow. And I say that to say people can't handle, and let's not say trauma, but a failure. They rather sit and stew in the juices of the failure as opposed to stand up and regain balance and create a new success. So a lot of what you're saying is big facts. But it's a lot of people who think, you know, I'd rather consistently talk about the problem than become a piece of the solution.
Facts.
And with that being said, you know, as opposed to us weeding them out, if they weed themselves out, the unified front would become easier. But in my personal opinion, I think the chain is as strong as its weakest link. And I say that with all due respect and not downplaying or disrespecting anybody, but let's just say Big Vaz talent is getting people together and not so much speaking. Then those of us who speak got to be there when he get people together. And then those of us who like to speak, you got those of us who like to listen and disseminate information later. You know, we all have to come together as a collaborative to alter the current narrative. You know, it's nothing wrong if you don't want to voice your opinion, but silently express it to those who like to be boisterous. You know, but I definitely think we need to form a unified front because this division thing has gone too far. And the more we keep fighting amongst each other, the further the divide is going to go. I'm not saying my words are the Holy Quran, but it's just my opinion.
Well, you know, it's been a good one this morning, man, and I hope people go back and listen at this. If you didn't catch it from the beginning, go back and listen at it from the beginning. You know, this is adult. This is why I name these topics, you know, adult talk. When we talk about accountability, when we talk about communication, when we talk about love languages, you know, we talk about being evenly yoked, you know, this is why I call it adult talk, because this is the time for us to talk in a way that only adults that's on a understanding level can resonate with. You know, maybe some people will come in that may not be there just yet, but maybe they'll hear some that spark that cell in their brain and say, "Oh, I want to know more about that." We have to start doing these dialogues where it's not about all that back and forth. It's not about cursing, you know, talking about people. It's not about bashing. It's not about the drama. It's not, because drama, the message will get lost in the drama. You can come on and deliver a powerful message, but if it's surrounded by drama, it'll never get out. It's never gonna get out. And I'm not knocking no one and how they do the things that they do. But if we have to lead by example. So we can't be out here talking about positivity, unity, coming together, moving forward, if we study doing things that's only pushing and holding us back. So tonight, everybody, tonight we got state of the culture. Tonight, we're gonna talk about some things that's going on within the culture. So if y'all got something that y'all want to address to the culture, tonight is the night to be on the live. The link will be pinned in the comments. Tonight is the night where we address the state of the culture. Moving forward, how do we move forward? What to expect moving forward? Different things of that nature. So, like I said earlier, you're gonna have the Malik's on there. You're gonna have the Davis. You're gonna probably have Unc Muse on there. You're gonna have J Rock. Sir Miguel say he gonna make it this Friday, so you're gonna have Sir Miguel on there. But the problem that I'm having with all of those names I just named, those are all fellas. Where are my ladies? I'm challenging the ladies that be in these comments to join us in a state of the culture conversation. What do you all want moving forward? What do you all expect moving forward? We need to hear a voice. Who is going to represent the women? You know, we making this state of the culture something serious. Shout out to my sister Prima Donna for everything she doing. My sister Brooke, my YouTube mama Georgia girl, my sister Fantasia, Miss Lady T, Alicia. You know, Sky Zone, even though I ain't seen her, I know Sky Zone most definitely would be on the panel if she had the time. You know, Miss Angie, Hollywood next. My brother Levi, Uncle Levi, my brother Dana, you know, Derek, CEO, Black CEO Media, Senator Sane. My brother Malik I don't know if he started his YouTube yet, but I know he got a channel though. You know, that's what it's all about, man. I want to see us all come together and do this thing and bring it all together. You know, everybody, shout out to everybody, man. Even the people that I don't visit frequent or I don't communicate, but anybody that's out here doing anything positive that's adding to repairing the damage that has already been done. Salute to y'all. That's what it's about. We all could play a part in fixing this issue in society, but we have to do it in a positive way. Ain't no one person gonna fix everything. That's why I always talk about unity in the community, man. That's what it's about. And y'all know how I like to leave up out of here, man. When I say I'm up out of here, I'm gonna give y'all 5 rules to live a happier life. Have a good day at work, Petey. Thanks for coming. Most definitely. 5 rules to living a happier life. Rule number 1, love yourself first. Rule number 2, do good by others and yourself. Rule number 3, harm no one unless harm is being upon yourself. Then you have to defend yourself. But don't go out harming people intentionally. Always be thoughtful of the next person. Rule number 4, be positive. If you can't uplift nobody like I'm doing right now, what's up, lavish lady? Be positive. You know, when you see somebody, encourage them. You see a brother, tell him he handsome. You see a lady, tell her she gorgeous. Tell her she beautiful. I got one with you. You see a lady, tell her she's alluring. You very alluring today. You know what I'm saying? You looking beautiful. They use it, you know, just go hit them with something that they probably ain't never heard before. What do you mean? Let's start uplifting our people, man. Let's make our people feel like they are wanted and needed in this society that we're living in. Spread positivity, man. That shit can be contagious. And rule number 5, always forgive, but I say never forget. Forgiveness will free you from that bondage, but you don't have to forget. Use that part of forgetting to build onto your next journey. She, we hear what's going on, brother. So that's 5 rules to living a happier life. Six steps to accountability: self-honesty, value others, keep records, take responsibility, do the right thing, act promptly with care. That's what it's about. I hope everyone had a great morning this morning listening in. I hope everybody have a great day. Put God first, and through Christ, all things are possible. Let God be the leader of your life. Jesus, I'm telling y'all, man, he's a way maker. All you got to do is believe. And whatever and whomever you believe in, you must first believe. Brother Malik, anything you got to say? I don't know if Brother Malik's still there, but to everybody in the chat, man, I love you all. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a great day. Tonight, State of the Culture tonight is going down. State of the Culture tonight is going down at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. State of the Culture, addressing any issues that you all have with the state of the culture we're in right now. So y'all don't meet me there, beat me there. Until next time, Big Vice signing out.
Call it right.
5 is the point.
5?
Excuse me, I got something in my eye.
Get it the fuck out your eye, you blind motherfucker. Roll the dice.
I ain't gonna beat too many more motherfuckers, yeah?
All right.